need.
Cool. So, I will go meet that man.
All right. Um, do you announce to the party where you're going?
Yeah, if anybody wants to come,
Yeah, I'll go with you.
yeah,
Henry wants to come.
I think the whole party's going to go then.
fuck
Sure.
yeah.
Let me see there. Does anyone... Okay. So you guys approach Nancy's, which was the map that I accidentally broke when I was doing my thing. So just give me 1 second to check it. I didn't think you'd be heading there right away, but that's okay, because I'm not really got that one.
What did you think
Yeah.
we'd be doing? No.
Circle
I thought I would
jokes.
kill you.
Good answer.
As you guys are walking towards Nancy's, though, you can see a paper boy standing on a wooden box, and a bunch of people flocked around him, thrusting silver pieces at him. He's got a whole bunch of newspapers in behind.
That's
And
not
he
too
says,
bad.
Extra, extra, read all about it. Rogue Gamelonian and witch on the loose after the Dunford massacre. Get your follow-up story here at the Intrepid.
Les says, I'll take one, and flips him a silver.
He passes you a paper. Four big headlines catch your attention. The first one is the main story: Rogue Gamelonian and witch on the loose after the Dunford massacre. The second headline says local business owner Virgil Rudder still under investigation. The third major splash line says 2 additional officers slain in the Dunford massacre. The fourth one says Leslie Washington cleared in investigation.
Okay. He just, well, yep, everything seems about right here, and he folds it up and puts it in his pocket.
You're not,
Any
you're not
like
gonna read it.
sketches or anything?
Can I read it quickly and try to, do a step?
I'm just gonna have to I'm gonna have to read the whole thing
Alright, I'm gonna roll a stealth check. Go on.
to hide the paper.
I don't want them to see that part yet. I don't know what it says.
This
Would
one
anyone else at
paper.
the party like to purchase a paper for 1 silver piece?
Hey, none of them, they're all elite.
Yeah.
They don't care. Oh,
Yes.
metagaming.
Yeah,
So
this is
as
fun.
as Leslie's not showing you guys the newspaper, some of you buy your own. So Rogue Gamelonian and witch on the loose after the Dunford massacre.
I would have told you that.
The situation in Dunford grew dire over the weekend in a slaughter in Virgil's mill. The mill, renowned for its high-quality fabrics, was under investigation by the local authorities for harboring magic. During the investigation, investigators were surprised to find the Gamelonians behind the deaths of Private Smith and Private Lawrence, and the murder of a local couple had risen from the grave. It was surreal, said Sergeant Jeffries. He was standing in the middle of the room with this elf in one piece and no sign of his chest wound. I watched him die the day before. I shot him square in the chest and we pronounced him dead. The fray got even more complicated when a witch prowling on the overhang burst in and cast a dark shadow over the soldiers, rendering them unconscious. 1 minute I was awake, reaching for my saber. The next I know I'm being awakened by my comrades. On the floor were 2 more decapitated soldiers, and my musket was gone. Authorities are still searching for a male elf, either full or half-blooded, dressed in exotic clothing, as a person of interest in this file. The reporters of the Intrepid spoke with lead investigator Jenkins regarding the matter. If the witch and the rogue Gamelonian are seen, they should be killed on sight. Please report anything suspicious to your local guards or to the Order. We are stopping at nothing to find them and bring them justice.
God damn it, Camry.
Jesus
second-
Christ.
The second part of the story, local business owner Virgil Rudder, still under investigation. The staff at the Intrepid spoke with Virgil about his connections to the events. It was the strangest thing. It's now entering quotation marks. This elf and a warrior showed up at my door seeking an audience with me in my office. I had no idea that the Gamelonian was the very same killed the day before. People don't just rise from the dead, you know. Luckily, the Order showed up when they did. I was under investigation for some reason, still not made clear to me. Frankly, I think my weaving machines are working too well, and my success is scaring them. If the Order hadn't showed up when they did, though, I could have ended up like that zombie or bewitched elf. I'm just glad my family and I are saved. When asked if he saw the witch, he replied, "I think I saw something sneaking off into the shadows. It was over 6 feet tall with a large nose, black hair, and greenish flesh. I hope they find it before
Good guy,
anyone
Virgil.
else gets hurt." The investigation into Virgil's holdings are still underway. There has been no business disruption to the textiles industry at this time. Story 3 of note. 2 additional officers slain in the Dunford massacre. The Intrepid is saddened to report that 2 more officers of the Crown were slain in Dunford. Sergeant Maxim Lothbrock of Farchurch and Private David Sanderson of Abbott Shore have been confirmed dead in this bizarre twist of events. Private Sanderson leaves behind his widow Norma and 2 4-year-old twin girls. A memorial service will be held at the Wallace Cemetery in the Cloverin district once his body arrives from Dunford. Last story. Leslie Washington cleared an investigation. Local authorities are no longer searching for Leslie Washington in relation to the investigation. He was initially sought as a person of interest in this investigation and had fled capture from a security officer. Michael Ironsides of the Washington Central Exchange spoke on his behalf. Square brackets. Leslie is a good lad who was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. Though the Washingtons have no formal connection with the bank bearing their name, we had hired Leslie to investigate business opportunities in the Heartland. We here at the Washington Central Exchange are pleased that this matter is resolved. Furthermore, we have set up a trust for the widows of the 4 slain officers, and donations can be made at any business location. Long live the Empire, and may justice be served. The Intrepid will provide all the details when they become available. End story.
Sorry.
And I can post that to the...
Oh, thank
We
God.
saved the town.
Did we though?
So no, no, we didn't.
No.
It sounds more like we
Fucked it all
Mass-
up.
I'm sorry.
Massacre.
I did really well on my bluff check. That was sarcasm. So it sounds like, I guess when we get away from the group, like before we get to Nancy's, Anna looks at Yang and says, Yang, it could have been you that they were describing in this paper. A strangely dressed elf.
That or Thrindle.
It could also have been Thurindle. Now,
Thurindle's
Which one
dressed
looks more
pretty.
funny dressed?
Thurindle's dressed pretty commonly though.
Regardless, whether it was you or he, we still have a little bit of a problem.
This is true.
It might be in our best interest to find some sort of cover for you and Sir Gamray.
what do you suggest? Do you have an idea?
Indeed.
Anna
make
sort
it
of
look
like
differently.
looks over at Nameless Girl for a second before realizing that not everyone is aware of that situation, and says, you don't wear any armor. Perhaps we can just buy you a set of clothing that you can wear in Abbott Shore that will help you blend in with the locals.
Yes, that could be. That's an interesting idea, as long as it does not restrict how I move.
So, to like, I guess suggest to the GM, could we like go buy him just like a random outfit, and
Yep.
then Yang makes a disguise check?
Yes.
You could get some business attire and say you're traveling with me.
There you go.
I would be slashing people with like a tuxedo and shit. Fuck yeah. But yeah, sure. I guess we can go do that. Do you just want me to roll the thing, or do we role play like us finding?
What I'm going to do is, if you just want to drop the 5 silver on like a commoner's outfit, just so you get out of your kind of exotic, like Japanese silks,
Yeah, sure.
for a lack of a better term.
Yeah.
So I'm going to actually be rolling. There are certain circumstances. I'll just tell you when to roll it. Okay.
Okay, cool.
Perhaps
So-
wear a hat to cover your ears, Yang.
Well,
No problem, Sir Gamray.
I was thinking of that, but
Or a head.
Then if anybody removes it, the gig is up, as you say around these parts.
All right. Then how about a wig? He smiles.
Well, they didn't really describe hair color, Gorgon says.
We're looking to cover his ears, Gorgon.
Just tie a bandana around them. I've done that before. You humans seem to have an aversion towards people with pointed ears.
I agree. You should hide those.
What about a hijab?
Yeah, maybe a burqa.
Chat.
All right. So you guys are off to Nancy's. So walking through the slums is a pretty dirty and kind of dangerous area. A lot of the people you see around on the side of the streets are, a lot of them look really downtrodden. So there's a bunch of the first thing you walk in, there's a bunch of people begging for change, especially right at the entrance to the Nobles District. A lot of them look older. They almost look like wounded veterans. As you get further in, you can see some kids playing dice in the streets while smoking cigarettes.
Disgusting habit.
As you get further in, right, and I will show you here, this red house, can everyone see where I'm pinging?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is Nancy's Harbor Cafe. Neither on the harbor, but this old building looks like it once was some sort of civic building, but it has been renovated into the bar. You can see where some bad carpentry jobs have kind of attached the two buildings together to form a bigger spot. And I will take you there now.
I must say, I'm not very comfortable on this side of town. It's different.
I like it.
As you guys approach the door, you see two bouncers standing outside.
Oh, gruesome.
So it's an orc and a human missing a big chunk of flesh off the side of his face.
An orc and a human?
Yep.
Is my knowledge of the city, is that common at all?
Orcs?
Yes.
Sorry, I should say half-orc. So there are quite a few half-orcs in Abbott's Cove. Did you do a knowledge local on Nancy's?
Not on Nancy's.
Okay.
19 knowledge local on Nancy's.
Okay. Nancy's is a well-established brothel / whorehouse / drug den in the east side of the city.
Jeez, Drew.
The one thing that you know about her establishment is she's actually been arrested kind of in a big sting a few years back by the local Lord Mayor at the time. However, after enough prostitutes came forward confessing about the Lord Mayor's misdoings in the east end of the city, the case was eventually dropped. The only thing that ever came out of that is due to a very accurate description of the Lord Mayor's birthmark on his left butt cheek, his wife actually divorced him as a fallout from this. She's known as someone who's particularly powerful in the east end of town, and she is not to be trifled with.
I've heard of these
Okay.
places in human lands. Rather strange.
Not somewhere I'd like to spend my time. Let's make it quick.
As
I
you guys
we agree on something.
As you guys approach, you can see that there's an ashtray overfilled outside, and smoke seems to be billowing out the windows and doors. And just hold for 1 second while I pull
Gang's
up my list of names.
Busted
Because
in there.
And this is the time. This is the time. If the music would still work, Pirate Bar would be playing.
I actually had something else in this.
Yeah,
So
sure.
as you approach the front door, the two bouncers look at you and they stare you up and down. He says, the half-orc says to the human, he says, "Look, Theo, these people look like they come from outside. Most of their teeth and all of their fingers." Theo smiles and says, "Very observant, Oscar." He says, "Come forward, come forward."
I hope Oscar's not a grouch.